Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm jamming with this. Okay.
Wow.
There it is.
Okay, we're gonna set.
Is this copyrighted or do I need to mute it?
I would mute it. It's
Okay.
Just in case.
Dang, I won't get to
It's
listen to the music.
RP.
Oh, wait, the songs are sourced from Epidemic Sound, a music library that provides copy-free music for creators.
Nice. Turn that back up. I have a 15 in dex.
I have 17 in dex.
Yeah, I figured you had the higher dex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it goes Kip. Is it Chloe and then Kay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
No, I think I want to murder someone personally.
Why is Kip first?
Yeah, why am I first? I got a dirty 20 and not a natural.
Oh, my bad. Let me take you out there for a second. Bye.
Good thing.
Chloe K. Kip.
Well, did they roll for dex? Because...
Oh yeah, they
I
already
have-
did.
Oh, okay.
You didn't see shit.
I was...
That makes more sense.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, let me go pull up a sheet real quick.
Chloe, before you take a bite, you're gonna need a mute.
Please. I beg you.
Okay,
Can I help you?
is everyone ready?
Yes.
Cam is ready. Chloe is ready. Kay, are you
Yep.
ready? Kip, are you ready?
Yes.
My dear adventurers, as we make way back, would anyone like to do a recap from last session?
I did it last time.
Okay.
I do it every time.
I'll quickly recap then. That being said, last session we stopped a marriage from happening. We stopped a wedding. Max kind of got in a wedding dress and walked down the aisle with her sister Robin in the night region. For Jack, our Duke of the Night region was gonna get married until he found out that there's two of them. That there is indeed a clone. Kip, our wonderful Ray, or Ingus, found out one of his old lovers is back in town. Someone he thought was once dead is turned out to be alive. And was also friends with one of the clones. Or I should say clone. That being said, and you know, we also found out that Hoshi has some beef with the Sun region. Actually, Hoshi just has a lot of beef all around.
Yeah, in general. Just damn.
Hoshi set a building on fire. He has a bunch of rats on the loose. The Mage Tower, we found out Baha the Fire Blast Wizard.
Baha, say his full name.
Baha the Big Twink Fire Blast Wizard is looking for help for his tower. He needs someone to clear some rats or to
Show
be a
some
butler and maid.
respect.
He seems to be in need of some service for a great reward. That being said, you know, Hoshi also wants to go to the Viper Club. Take some edge off. You know, maybe a little vacay from this adventure. With that being said, you have all been invited to stay at the castle. At the Duke's castle near the Night Region. Of course, it's not as big as the High Lord, High Lady's castle of the Night Region, but you know, you're still there. That being said though, let's start off with Chloe. Do you think you are sharing a room with your sister?
No.
Okay.
I have to do that at the house already.
Chloe, how do you think Max is feeling in this moment?
She's very confused. Because, like, she's known Jack for months, but he's been Fae the whole time. And she's trying to wrap her head around that. And she wants to kill her clone. And, she is confused on how Hannah's here. She's confused about her feelings for 2 different people.
Who?
Oh.
And she wants both of them.
Okay.
She's just
Oh my
confused.
gosh, who? Who is that?
Oh my gosh.
You know, you've also said some stuff, you know? Specifically the line, I'm getting married before you do, which is a big line.
Yeah. And
Hey.
it turns out I'm already married, so I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
So Max, as you wake up in the night region, kind of bewildering as you were just once a barista and now you're in the Fae realm, meeting with an old customer, someone who used to be a customer. Turns out he's this duke. He lives in this great, mansion. It's Gothic style, like the rest of the town. His home of stained glass. It's dark. It's a little bit eerie. He's got tiles. That being said, you hear a knock at the door.
Hello? Who is it?
Um,
Cheryl?
as you open the door, you're going to see someone who looks just like you standing in front of you.
What? What do you want? How can I help
She-
you today?
Dressed in a similar outfit from yesterday. She has her cloak back. By the way, Max, where did you put the wedding dress, may I just ask? Where did it go?
I feel like Robin definitely helped me get it off, and she's keeping it safe.
Okay. That being said, your clone kind of shuts the door behind her as she sneaks kind of through. And she kind of like takes a look around your room. And she kind of looks at you for a second before going, so what do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want?
Well, I figured you would find the baby dragon at the orphanage, and I thought that would
And
be
I
enough.
did.
So
Why
what,
did you even
want-
take her? Why did you even take him there?
So you could have it. So I could have Jack.
I didn't know he was here, bitch.
She kind of sighs, and she goes, why can't you just have the baby dragon, and I can have Jack?
You are me. Girl, we want everything.
She kind of grits her teeth for a second. Will you actually make a perception check for me real quick?
Against myself?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Dirty 20.
Hold up, I have to roll. Oh, it's 17 plus 6.
More than
Plus
what?
six.
A dirty 20?
Where are you getting 20 plus 6?
I'm using one of your sheets.
Oh. Okay.
It's the sheet I made for you.
It's 23.
Okay. I guess you don't see it at the moment. That's fine.
God,
As
playing
she-
against myself is hard.
As she grits her teeth, she kind of sighs and she goes, if that's the way it has to be. Before she leaves the door, she leaves your room. That being said,
Okay.
you'll hear another knock at the door. Dun, dun, dun.
Max. What?
You start to hear this little high-pitched voice from the day before. She has the pink hair again and little buns, and
Mhm.
she kind of goes, "Oh, ma'am,
Oh.
my lady, are you? Jack sent me over to help you to get ready for today.
What is today?
He's called for a meeting between you and your companions.
Oh. Okay.
Breakfast.
I never caught your name. What is your name?
Oh, it's Tilda.
Tilda. Okay. Tilda. Sure. I would love your help.
She kind of goes over and she starts pulling out clothes out of the closet. Some are super fancy. Some there's like a red dress. There seems to be also some jeans as well that are from the mortal realm. A couple of t-shirts, but there's also like a mix of fae clothing. Um, when she turns to you and she goes, "Which one would you like?"
Uh, Max is gonna pick. I don't think she's gonna. She wouldn't pick something from the mortal realm, but she'd pick something like not super girly, but something a little edgy.
Okay, something a little edgy. Um,
But still like fae.
so like that. Okay, we can say there's like a mix of like. We could say there's like black trousers with maybe like a mesh top. Yeah.
Okay.
So as like you guys are putting some stuff and she helps you put them on. Tilda's also gonna like guide you to like a makeup area where she takes a comb out and she starts brushing your hair. You can see there's a bunch of like powders and a bunch of like eyeshadows. And she kind of turns to you for a second and she goes, "Is there a certain style you would like to have done?"
She's not gonna know who that is. Cause as of right now, I have my wolf cut. It's just longer.
Uh-huh.
You know what a blowout is.
She kind of squints for a second.
Do you have one of those like
No.
circle brushes?
She kind of gets up for a second. She runs out the door. She comes back in and she has a pie cone. She goes, "Something like this, round?"
Yes, but it's a brush.
Um, She's trying to like, she's like thinking. You can tell she's thinking.
You know what? What do you think will look best, Tilda?
Personally, in the night region, we do a lot of well,
You know,
how about
what does what does she like to do?
she does like a very powdered look, and then she does like a black eyeshadow. She does a lot of black eyeshadow. But lately
Can you
she's been putting her hair up for the Lord, the dude.
Can you do that but make it look better?
Tilda rolled a nat one again, so
Fuck.
I think when Tilda is trying to do your hair, just to impress with the maxes, I think when she tries to put it up, she kind of yanks on your hair a little too hard, and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And you start to feel as she's like trying to pull your hair back up, and it feels like it's too high.
Tilda, you know what? Thank you so much. I will do my hair and makeup. Thank you for helping me pick up my outfit.
Okay, no worries. If you need anything to shout.
Yes, of course. I appreciate it.
Okay, Tilda's gonna leave the room. She's
Immediately. She's gonna she's gonna like put it into like a bun and like have curly pieces. Make it look pretty. And she's gonna do her signature eyeliner that she hasn't been able to do in so long.
Do you have the eyeliner
And the makeup
on you?
Yeah, I do. I brought it in my backpack.
Okay, cool.
I just
will
do
you
the makeup
roll-
I would usually do.
Roll a performance check for me for your.
Yeah. Dirty 21.
Okay, awesome. You look good. it's the eyeliner is sharp. You know, you fixed your
Period.
hair, even though Tilda like yanked on you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my question is, are you gonna stay in your room or are you gonna make your way to the breakfast area?
Make it my way to the breakfast area.
Okay. We're gonna rotate to Kay. Robin. I think Isaac and you are sharing a room. Or do you think
Yeah.
Isaac is with Mo?
I would probably have asked him to make sure we're all good from the awkward conversation that we had earlier.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go through that right now.
Fuck.
Let's say
Can
you
we just say
got
it went
back-
good? Can we just say it went good?
No.
God damn it.
So let's say you two have gotten back to the room, you've been escorted. After the whole, you know, after Max and you had a conversation, you are kind of just standing awkwardly in the room, before he kind of sighs for a second, and then he looks to you, and Isaac goes, "I can sleep on the couch if you want."
No, I mean, if you feel more comfortable that way, but I'm fine with it.
He kind of nods, and he goes, "Okay." He kind of does that awkward, like, hand scratching his head behind, and he goes, about what Max said, don't let it hit you."
It probably didn't help that she didn't know
Yeah,
anything.
well, she didn't know, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
So we're good?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, with us, yes. With everything else, I'm trying not to think about it.
What's eating away at you?
Well, you know, Max is married. That's one thing. And then trying to figure out how many people are actually from here instead of the store, and then figuring out who all is at the store, and then figuring out how to get back home, and then figuring out with Angus's fiance, because we can't just leave him high and dry for that. And there's still with like Miss Young with Cinder, and you know, and we still have Seraphina, and we don't know if that's gonna have any repercussions, or the queen's gonna want that
Who
dragon,
is Seraphina?
or Safria.
Safria.
As
Safria.
you're like, kind of going on like this tangent, Isaac kind of goes up to you and he hugs you and he rubs your back, and he goes, "It's gonna be okay. One thing at a time." He kisses your
One thing at a
forehead and he
time.
goes, "One thing at a time." And then he goes, "Now, what are you going to do if Max chooses to stay married?"
Well, see, I don't, yeah, you know, I was trying not to think about that.
Yeah, but I would like to know so I can help you.
Robin is like, does not know how to process at the fact that her little sister would stay behind in a world where maybe she can't come back to, and won't know if anything happens to her, and if she's doing okay, and she can't just choose between her and Scotty because Scotty's all by himself back at home with their mom. So it's just like, being pulled in two different directions. And
Yeah.
she doesn't know how to really process that.
As I think Isaac takes you to sit down at the edge of the bed, and he's rubbing your back. He goes, "We can talk about it more in the. Just, I would think about it. You know how Max is like. There's a possibility she probably won't want to go back. I just want to know how you're gonna. How do you think that's? Just think about it. So you guys are gonna go to bed. You Dame. That being said, you've had a little talk with Isaac. I will say he probably took his shirt off as you guys went to bed. So in this morning, Isaac's probably shirtless as you guys slept together, and he's
Thank you for letting me and the audience know. I think that was a very important fact.
I think
think
you
it's
need
a-
to paint us a better picture.
should I? I feel like it's very evident as a firefighter that he has a good ab tone, right? I think he's got some nice biceps. I think he's doing great. I will say he probably has a 5 o'clock shadow coming in at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
That being said, Isaac will probably be getting dressed as you are waking up. That being said, you get a little knock at your door. Dun dun dun.
Robin will get up and answer it.
Isaac is putting on his shirt. When as you open the door, you're gonna see Tilda, the pink-haired servant, as she kind of goes, "Oh, breakfast is going to be served if you would like to come. You and your companions have been invited."
Okay, yeah. Is my sister, how is she?
She's good. I tried doing her hair, but she didn't like it. Do you know what the madam likes? I want to do it.
She's very particular on her hair. I wouldn't,
But what does she like?
Have you ever heard of like a blowout?
People keep saying that. She starts to tear up. She's like, "I got a pine cone," and she didn't like it.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, well, you'll learn. You'll figure it out. I'm sure you will.
Can you teach me?
Can I teach you? Sure. Yeah, sure.
Roll. How are you teaching her?
I guess I would try to do it on her hair.
Roll
first.
performance.
Roll for slay.
Roll for slay.
Let's see, performance. I have. Trying to look at it on my phone. So I don't have to keep pulling up that. Will you get out of here? I only got a +2 to performance. That's a hot 8. Trying to see if there's anything I can help.
Right,
Yeah,
we
I
all
think that's a
know.
hot 8.
We all know a blowout makes the hair bigger, right? And it's very got like the waves in it, right? But I think when you're trying to work with the tools you do have, right? Like you don't have the rolling brush, you don't have like a dryer. I think when that happens, I think when you're trying to curl on Tilda's hair, it just rolls it's still very flat, and it's very limp, sad curls. And Tilda kind of turns to you for a second, and she goes, is this what a blowout is?
Well, so it's because we don't have the proper tools and everything, but it would be like this technique, but just with like the proper things.
Oh, Mhm.
Yeah.
You can see she's pondering for a second. Goes blowout, blowout. Okay, it's not like. She gets up for a second and she goes, "Well, if you want, I'm going to go get your other companions, but the dining hall is just straight down the hallway." Okay.
All right.
Um.
It just awkwardly closes the door behind her.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, and I'm gonna roll next to the next person. Skip. Ray.
Hello.
How are you feeling? How?
He's definitely still very shocked. After what happened yesterday.
Yeah. Like, that's a lot. Like, I was really surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised by what you said, but I was really surprised because how well he took it, I should say.
Yeah.
That being said, what are you up to this fine?
Angus was probably kind of just sitting in bed, kind of just thinking about like what has happened, and also kind of thinking about how he has pretty much done nothing to help Alexander, and he's fucking upset about it.
Yeah. Well, you're okay. I'm gonna say you have a connecting room with Hoshi. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're gonna hear a knock from your bathroom.
Angus would get up and open it.
As you open it, you're gonna see Hoshi, who is in like this feathery, fancy. It's not like lingerie, but it's like a PJ. It's very like frivolous. As he kind of like he's got like a face mask on top of his head. And then like you can tell he's got like there's something on his face. It's like moisturizer or something. He kind of comes in and he goes, "Oh, Angus, did you hear they're serving us breakfast today? Isn't that so nice of them? I wanted to check in to see if you would still wanted to go to the club with me today."
Yes, I will. Most definitely.
Are you okay?
I'm not the best. I did not realize Alexei was alive still.
I'm quite sorry. Well, I'm sure it can't be helped. I mean, it's been how many years?
It's been about 300 years for you guys since it happened.
Yeah, that's not something easy. I'm just surprised he took it so well. I mean, if I get back to life, well, and I found out my lover had another lover, I just couldn't take it so easily. But you know, I'm surprised he did.
He most certainly has aged a lot further than I have. I'm only like 70 now.
Well, that's fair. Well, I did hear, by the way, that Ophelia is going to be at the club too. I think I'm gonna go say hi to her.
Yeah, I think I will as well. I want to, or
Oh,
hope to request if. Oh,
that's just spectacular. Well, I'm gonna go get Haru, and then we can go get breakfast.
of course.
How she kind of like shuffles through the bathroom. You kind of hear like a clatter of like things getting thrown around again. Before you can kind of hear Haru through the other door going, "What?" As you can tell, like he is tired. You hear another knock at your door. Dun dun dun. When a pink-haired servant kind of comes through, you can tell she's got some really sad, limpy curls going on in her hair right now. This servant is like, I, I, I was sent here to help you make way for breakfast if you would like.
Oh,
Your
I would
other companion
appreciate that.
invite.
May I ask what happened to your hair?
Oh, See, the madam wanted a blowout, but I didn't know what a blowout is. I thought.
Oh, you can use
Hey.
one of those pine cones.
That's what I was trying to use, but she didn't like it at all. She looked at me
Weird.
like I was funny.
Well, they are humans.
Could
They
you
have their weird ways and whatnot.
could you try fixing my hair?
I don't really know how to do hair, but I can attempt to. I
Tilda
might make it
looks
worse
sad.
You motherfucker, if you get a high roll.
Would you like to roll performance, Kip?
Sure.
Okay.
Please roll for slay.
I got a 16.
With a pine cone.
I'll be using the pine cone that she had with her.
You curl Tilda's hair with a pine cone. And actually, that's pretty decent, honestly. I mean, it's not like the greatest blowout, but I mean, it's just curls at this point. You don't have to dry it. But honestly, it looks really good. Tilda kind of just stopped. She's like, "Oh my gosh, this is what I was wanting to do. Thank you." She kind of shakes her hand. She goes, "If there's anything I can do for you, let me know."
Oh, yes, actually. Would it be possible that you could send a letter to Castle Volkahar to my father?
Kip? A letter?
Kip died.
Well,
Lord Reyes? Hey! Am I
welcome
dead?
back.
Welcome
You're
back,
back.
Okay. Yeah, can you, send a letter to Castle Volkahar to my father, Lord Reyes Briarwood?
She nods and she goes, "Of course. I'll have one of the other servants send it. I need to ask, is this something that needs to be ASAP, like a secret, or
I think it best to be kept between my father and, Overlord Jarlath.
noted?" She takes the note from you and she goes, "I will be back in next session."
And I'll
that-
write them.
So, as you guys prepare, Kay, what was your perception check?
An 8.
Okay,
Just put him in jail, Kayla. Come
as-
on.
I have a system. And these were the 4 that passed it.
As you are in the hallway, you're gonna bump into Max for a second. She's wearing a cloak. As you guys are making your way to breakfast, she kind of looks at you, and she goes, "Good morning." You rolled an 8. That's not
I
me.
know, but like, she would never just say good morning to me. She wouldn't give me a good morning.
You rolled an 8. You
Ugh.
rolled an 8.
Morning. Did the servant mess up your hair? I heard she tried doing that.
There's a pause when she goes, "Yeah, it looked awful, so I did it myself. Does it look good?"
Well, you're wearing a cloak, so I can't really. You gotta take down the
The hood is down.
Oh, damn. Do I know? Does it look good?
Well, yeah,
Can
okay,
she-
it does look good.
Well, because I was going to say, does she need a roll for slay? Like,
Yeah, she should roll for slay as well.
yeah, roll for slay.
Doug!
I can't believe you would just assume that she passed
Yeah.
the roll for slay.
For a second, I was like, why does she have a -1 for performance? That's Isaac's paper. My bad.
Oh, poor buddy.
Never have Isaac roll for slay.
Okay, what's 17 plus 5?
22.
22. He looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
She smiles and she goes, "Thank you. How's you and I see.
We're good. We're fine.
Doesn't seem fine.
You know, well, if you didn't make your comment last night, it probably would be a little better.
Which one?
You know the one.
She kind of smiles at you for a second. She goes, "That's a shame." Before walking away from you.
See, no, I have to know something there.
You can roll. How about we do a
Y-
perception?
Yeah.
You can roll perception on that one.
I feel like that would be insight if it.
Or insight. Actually, yeah, do insight.
Wait, I have a passive perception
For what?
of 16.
You also
For
have a passive
insight?
insight.
For
What's your
passive insight is also 16.
There you go.
Let me roll on her sheet. Well, that's unfortunate.
For her or for me?
For you, because it's a
Damn!
19 plus 7.
I thought we
mean, you
said
could-
we were gonna fix her sheet.
Is this not the fix sheet?
Is this the fix sheet?
Didn't you
Is this
guys
the
fix
fixed-
it?
Yeah, we fixed the sheet.
This is the fixed sheet. This is just her at level 7.
What the fuck is going on? What? Who
Max
pissed in
is
her
O-
cereal?
Max is OP.
It's a min-max character. I didn't min-max it, she did.
Pun intended.
Who the fuck
You also
pissed in-
helped her with the sheet, so... that being said,
She picked the things. She picked the things and she rolled. So,
yeah, she got a 26.
but yeah.
Anyways,
Who the fuck pissed in her cereal this morning? Jesus
why don't you
Christ.
roll with advantage on that one, Kane?
Thank
'Cause
you.
it is your sister. Oh.
I'll try my mini dice.
Okay.
Don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me.
I'm just gonna say you were tired, man. You were tired. You were like, man, she seems kind of rude today. But like, when is
Yeah.
Max not rude?
Yeah, but this is directly targeted towards me. And I'm just like, whoa. Like, what's with the hostile energy here?
Let's see. Let's also have you guys are gonna make your way to the breakfast area.
So am I just dead to you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think it's because you weren't here last session, so I'm like, I think I went through it.
I was like, the way I noticed like 20 minutes ago that you forgot me, and I was like, I know, I'm just gonna be like nice. I can't interrupt. I can't be like, she's gonna get to me. She's gonna get to me.
She did not
So,
get to you.
I will be getting my G4 and I will be putting it. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back. It's been a very long week.
Yeah.
Actually, let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't here, but you saw the footage.
Mm-hmm.
With Max is
On our
comment-
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
How as you wake up in this room, you're gonna realize you are naked. The 2-hour mark on the clothes that Kay has given you has expired. You are naked, alone.
Well, I have
And
my
having-
underwear. Yeah.
Your heart's underwear. Yes, yes.
Oh yeah.
That being said, how do you feel in this moment?
Apart from confused, I think canonically what I feel that happened last session is that Sergio was just very quiet. Like, I feel like everyone in the room could just tell, like, there was something off, but he just didn't want to talk about it. He was just standing to the side, just following. This morning, I think he's a bit pissed. I think he's pissed. Like, yeah, it's like, you know, I mean, you think these couple of days have meant something, but no, I mean, I guess anyone can come and get married with you, you know. And you know, and you don't get told anything or asked anything. So
yeah. That being said, will you please make an investigation check for the closet to see what clothes you get?
thank you. Yeah, he said investigation.
Yes.
I rolled a 12.
12. Okay. You're actually gonna find some nice. They're decent fake clothing. Some of it looks like a servant might wear these. They're a little more down. Well, actually, why don't you describe what you find?
Okay, so I
What do you
guess
think?
I want something kind of Hoshi-esque where it's like a flowy t-shirt, like, but it's like a dark flowy t-shirt.
Okay.
And then some like dark pants. So it's like I think
Trousers.
the the sleeves are kind of see-through, like kind of
Okay.
like that type of thing. And obviously said his hair is kind of long at this point, and he has a little bit of a beard at this point, if anything.
Okay.
Uh,
I like
but
it. I dig it.
yeah, he kind of just if there's a mirror, is there a mirror?
There is a mirror.
Like he'll kind of just like look at his clothing, and I'm like, okay, well, this is actually better than what Kay drew, what Robin drew, not.
You're gonna hear a knock at the door. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I go open it. Yes.
It's that pink hair servant from before. She kind of, you can see her hair's really nicely done. And she kind of goes, oh, they're having breakfast, and I was supposed to escort you all. Do you need any help getting ready this morning?
No, not really. I just needed a set of clothes, and I seem to already find something. Um, yeah, no, I don't think I need anything. I'll just walk.
Would you like your hair done? Would you like it up?
Do you think it would look better? Does my hair like?
You
How
look,
do I look right now?
you look a little shaggy, if I'm quite honest. But I
Well,
could comb it.
yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna sit. You know more about this than I do, so please, please.
You're on a 3. Tilda's not good with hair at all.
Um,
I think Tilda is trying to braid your hair, and the hairs are coming out.
Tilda, respectfully, I think I do the thing that dogs do, where like they shake and like the braids just undo. I'm like, I don't think today's. I mean, your hair looks really good, but
Yeah, the other sir did that. She starts to look sad. She looks really sad in this moment. She starts sniffling. She's like,
no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just I
it's not
sometimes.
you. I think I might just be bad at hair. You know, it's been in my family for a really long time. My mother's done hair, and her mother's done hair, and her great mother. They run a beauty shop.
Oof.
I haven't been
But
able to do it as long as I've lived.
but hey,
But I worked here.
you work for the Duke, so
It's not good enough. I need to learn how to do hair.
you can practice on my hair some other time if you want.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
That's so
Yeah, that's
nice
something
of
can do.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
just not right
sorry.
now.
I ruined your hair. I'll
No,
do
it's
better
okay.
next time.
I think he just messes with it, and he's like, it's whatever. I need a haircut anyway. Do you know somewhere I could get a haircut?
Well, there's the snipping place. It should be nearby the bakery, where, you know, the other blacksmith is. It's usually in that area.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that sometime. Thank you, Tilda.
Yeah, of course. As Tilda makes her way out of the room, actually, Kip,
Yes.
will you? Did I tell you to make a perception check?
No, you did not.
Can you make a perception check for me real quick? And then
Sure.
back to Cam. Cam, is there anything else you would like to do?
Not right now. I think honestly I'm very hungry. Like if anything, I feel like anything that I want to do, I'll do after breakfast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
23? Okay. Kip, before you guys leave for breakfast, you're gonna notice that Hoshi has a book in his hands. This book used to be locked. It's kind of dark. It seems like, it seems almost, it's very magical, I'll say in that ask. And Hoshi is kind of reacting to the book like, Oh, this is interesting. Oh,
What you reading there, Hoshi?
he's like, well, it seems I have stumbled upon a little secret between two people that we may know.
Oh,
Would you
go
like
right
to
ahead.
read it?
Oh, yes, of course.
Uh, she hands the book to you. As you get to read. As you get to read, like, the handwriting between what seems to be Max and Serio talking. And you read this whole thing about how, like, Max, like, has this whole thing about, like, going to jail and her dad paying for it. And that Serio and Max, seem to have confessed their feelings for each other. In a way.
Oh,
She
I
goes,
wouldn't call it that.
Hoshi,
No
this
way.
is definitely interesting. Some juicy gossip.
Mary.
I think their sister knows.
Oh, God, that is scandalous a bit.
How she kind of turns the page for a second and he goes, do you want this book?
I would love this book.
Please add Duke of Nightmares to your inventory.
Also, you mean book, but yeah.
Yes,
Oh, is it called Book of Nightmares?
Book of Nightmares.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Mm, mm,
Oh,
mm, mm. As we get to breakfast, you all are making your way. Guys all kind of bump into each other at like this door, this big door. As it seems that two ladies, you recognize one of the other servants. It's the girl with the purple hair, but it's in a braid. And another, seems to be a butler, is a drow man. As they open the doors for you into what seems to be this long room that has this long table, you start to notice that things are hovering. Like the candlesticks kind of hover a little bit over the table. It seems like the forks and stuff kind of lift and levitate off of the table as well, but the plates are sitting down. The chairs are seated, but it seems to be different types of chairs. Like some are wooden, some have like a cushion. Some might be like a rocking chair almost. It's very different. And there seems to be a fireplace at the very end of this room. Um, you start to notice at the end of the table is Jack. He's standing. Before he starts to take a seat, and he goes, "Welcome, my guest. Uh, if you would like, please find a seat." Um, that being said, where would you guys like to sit? Let's start with Chloe.
I'm gonna sit. I think. I'm assuming other Max is sitting right next to Jack.
Boris.
Like, I'm assuming he's at the head of the table. She's beside him. I'm gonna sit across from her. Beside him.
Okay. Interesting. You sit beside Jack. And he kind of smiles at you. And the other Max just kind of scowl for a second. That being said, Kay, where would you like to sit?
I'll let Sergio and Kip figure out where they want to sit first. Since I'm walking with Isaac.
Okay. Kip, where would you like to sit?
I'll sit on the side of the clone, but kind of like 2 seats down.
2 seats down from the clone.
Yeah.
Okay. Not Max. Serio, Kim.
I sit right next to Max.
Okay.
Wait, do you know which Max is Max?
I know which Max is my Max. Or unless you want me to roll for
Oh,
it.
my
You're
Max.
you got a bond.
Yeah.
My Max.
I sit next to her
Okay.
and I don't say anything. I just sit down.
That being said, Kay, where would you like to sit?
I'll sit across from Kip. I guess next to Sergio.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Do you want Isaac to sit next to you or across from you?
next to me.
Okay. That being said, we're gonna say you guys don't see Mo. It seems like Mo has been caught up on a little errand of his. That being said, as you guys sit down, you notice that this table is a dark wooden table. It's got a long, deep red cloth on top of it. Um, it feels as though it should be morning, but it still feels pretty dark in here, right? The fireplace is looming with fire. The curtains are a deep red velvet. That being said, Jack claps his hands as servants come in with what seems to be like a little pushing cart. And as they like up the the topper on top of these foods, as they do, you start to notice there seems to be liquid in like a pitcher starts pouring out into your cups. The cups kind of levitate as they pour water, and the cup kind of comes sits back down where you are. So one servant is doing that. They're like giving you like the water. Another one pushes another cart, which seems to have like soup. That being said, uh, this steamy soup starts to outpour from this bowl into your bowl, right? Your forks and your knives are still levitating until you grab onto them. Then they'll start to like come back down as of like gravity does affect. I just want to say that. That being said, as soup is being served, I kind of say that it's like an August, like an August. It's a squash soup. Why? It's an autumn squash, not August. It's an autumn squash soup. Holy, I was trying to think. I got it. Um, but it's there. You get a little bread. It's very filling. It's very hearty. Um, that being said, Jack kind of dismisses his servants. Is there anything you guys would like to say to each other? Oh, yes.
Is Hannah there?
Hannah is not there.
Okay.
You will see her later, though.
Okay.
It's such...
I'm gonna turn to Sergio. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Confused. Did you sleep well?
No. Did you?
No.
Makes sense.
Angus is laughing at this, by the way. He's kind of giggling.
I will also notice, say that Hoshi is sitting. Actually, I'm gonna say Hoshi is sitting directly next to the clone. And then it's Haru, and then Angus. Hoshi kind of goes, as he turns to Haru, and he goes, "So this is quite a lovely morning, Haru." And Haru goes, "Yes, Hoshi." Robin, is there anything you would like to say?
I was just gonna kind of look at Angus, like while he's laughing and just being like trying to like something funny, like I don't know. And then I think she'll just look at Isaac and be like, "What the hell is going on?"
Okay. What are we doing?
But yeah, if the food is there, I don't really wait. I just start eating. I
Okay,
grab
awesome.
I grab a spoon and I start eating.
Can
Yes.
Can I make a perception check on
What?
Sergio?
Insight check? Go for it.
Yeah.
Dario, if you wanted to see, roll deception.
Oh shit! I threw
don't
my
have-
dice at myself.
I don't have. I rolled in 18. Not that
Yeah. I got a nat 20.
Yeah.
5.
Okay, why don't you please briefly describe what Sario may look in this moment, or how they feel? Up to you.
He's like you can see he's angry. It's like
Mhm.
it's like you can tell he's angry and he's kind of tense because he knows there's a conversation to be had and he doesn't know how to have that right now. And you can tell that he knows a little bit more than you think he knows. Is all like is what you
Okay.
engage. Like he's thinking about he has thoughts in his brain.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I'm just eating.
She's gonna leave it alone for the time being.
Okay.
What the fuck was that look for, Cam?
That being said, as you guys are getting into this awkward breakfast, right? Jack, after taking a sip, he kind of he clears out his throat and he stands up and he goes, "I have decided today which one I will be taking as my bride." And he
I-
kind of yes.
I thought we were all supposed to talk, and then the decision would be made.
Jack turns to you and he goes, "Yes, my love. The whole point was to choose the one I believe to be true, right? For you, my darling." He takes your hand and he kisses your knuckle. Because as Jack goes, "You're the one I fell in love with in the first place at the coffee shop." And you can kind of see the other clone Max is starting to, like, her hands start to curl up on, like, the cutlery, and she starts to, like, get mad. Do any of you else like to say anything before I do this next part?
This is quite a tense breakfast, and he's gonna like continue to eat his food.
Robin's just shocked.
Congratulations. I mean, I guess that's what's in order.
The other clone, she kind of scoffs and she goes, "Huh. So what? You don't even know if she wants to marry you. Do you?
I mean, they're already married, aren't they?
But does she want to keep it?"
Do you?
Can we like have this conversation more privately with not everyone here, please?
Jack goes, he nods and he goes, "Of course, we can." And Max, the other Max, the clown goes, "No, I don't think we should. I think you should say
Well-
it now."
You don't get a choice.
"I don't get a choice?"
No.
Go ahead and
Angus is gonna
switch
like
and roll.
tug on Hoshi's like kind of like dress thing and start giggling a bit more behind Haru.
I got a 28.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah,
About the book thing.
yeah.
Hoshi's blind, right?
Yeah,
He
but I'm
gets to
sure
read.
the book is magical. It read to him. I gave it to his brain.
It's got Braille.
Why are y'all not? Why are y'all so
Braille.
little imaginary? Use your imagination.
I just didn't
It was
know. I just
magically
didn't-
Braille, and then whenever he passed it to me, it became back
Yeah,
into
it's
words.
magic. It's a
Okay,
magic
cool.
book.
That's
I'm not
that's
saying
fine.
it's Braille. I'm just saying Hoshi has the spell to read.
Oh, okay.
He's a magician. He
Yes,
has.
Okay.
comprehend book.
That's fine. That's fine. That's
comprehend
fine.
book.
He's.
That's fine.
Man, people are like blind.
Blind. He actually doesn't know
Blind.
shit.
Blind.
He doesn't know shit, bro.
Needs
Yeah,
to be a
he's
new
stupid.
bingo.
You can't read. You can't.
Anyway, continue.
Sorry.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point.
On bingo, we call out Mary for Hoshi being blind.
I gotta find my character. I have to find Chloe's character sheet again. Here we go. You're rolling against yourself.
Sorry, that was an intense moment, but Ooh.
Chloe, Max,
Uh-huh.
as you say this, as you say you don't have a choice, she gets up and she throws the whole thing, like, she throws, like, clear stuff off the table, and she goes, "Of course I have a choice, fucking bitch."
Excuse the fuck out of me. Who do you think you are talking to?
Talking to you!
You're just mad because he didn't pick you.
Me.
You are me. He picked you in a way. Get over yourself.
She goes, "You just have to have everything, don't you?"
Girl.
That being said, she turns to Robin for a second, and she goes, "You don't know us at all. You don't know what we've been up to while We were in the mortar realm.
You're really gonna go there?
She turns to Robin and she goes, "Did you know we were in jail and we had to be bailed out?"
You're gonna go there. Okay. You know what, Robin? Yeah,
What?
I did go to jail. I did. I got, you know those friends that you hate me hanging out with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I drank with them one time and I got on my way home, got pulled over. I got a DUI and I went to jail. I called dad because I didn't want you to be mad at me. And the reason I asked for the job is because I have to pay dad back for bail. Or I had Scotty call dad. I called Scotty. So you want to play that game and try to put my sister against me? I'll just tell her.
Well, you weren't gonna tell her in the first place. And as like the two of you
How do
are like,
you know that?
as the two of you are bickering, Jack stops and he goes, "Okay, stop. Obviously, he kind of sighs and he goes, "Let's take it somewhere more private."
Can you also
Uh,
get a servant to get more of this peach pie, or mine was just ruined.
Jack kind of snaps his fingers. He goes, "More peach pie for the friends." As Jack takes like
Yes.
both the other Maxes into like a nearby corridor, you see more servants come out with like more pie as they like switch out your plating.
Can I
dish.
try to follow?
Yeah, you
Can
can.
I? Yeah, I try to follow. I don't know if
Um,
like she'll let me, but
I will.
Okay. Well, if Max lets you. Okay. That being said, Sario gets up. You guys see Sario gets up like a second later and follows them into the corridor, into the room. Um, Robin, it's Robin, Isaac, Hoshi, Haru, and Angus as you guys are sitting there with breakfast. When Hoshi kind of goes, "Oh, this is fantastic. I always love drama. When I'm not involved, of course."
You know, I wish they stayed out in here. It would have been a lot more entertaining.
I know, it kills me. Like, do you think which one they'll choose? Like, do you think he will actually marry one of them? Do you
Ugh,
think...
God, no.
No, you don't think he will?
I don't think he will. I mean, it's between a clone and a not clone. I mean, how would he be able to choose? The clone and him were already married.
Yes, but imagine someone has lied to you and they turned out to be a clone of someone else. Like, take your lover, for example. Like, what if your lover was a clone?
That would be devastating. Robin,
Right.
what do you think of this? I mean, surely, like, you have an opinion on it.
I think I need to. I think I'm gonna get some fresh air. And I think she'll get up and walk out.
That being said, let's go straight into the corridor. You guys enter like a work room, like a work office. There's like a desk. It seems to be like sort of a library too, as there's like shelves of books. And in the middle, there seems to be like a couch and some seating with a little side table. There seems to be like a coffee that was brewing on the work desk. As the two, like the clone Max, and then Max is there. Sario, you come in after them as they're kind of like bickering back and forth. When Jack goes, "Enough!" And he goes, "You sit there. You sit there." And then he sits at one end. Sario, are you just where would you like to be in this moment?
I'm just. I guess I'm just standing. So if there's like a wall behind Max, I'm
Mhm.
standing there. Like she knows I'm there, but I'm just standing.
Okay.
I'm just standing there.
Jack turns to you, Chloe, and he goes,
Discord is fucked. Discord
Sorry.
is really. Discord really
I
dislikes
don't know what
us.
just happened.
"That's okay." When Jack goes, "What do you want, my beloved?"
What do I want? Is that what you're asking me right now, right this second? After I am
I would like to make you a duchess.
Yeah. Technically, I already am. That's funny. Sorry, I'm going through a lot of emotions right now. This bitch just told all of my friends and my sister my deepest secret I didn't want anyone to know.
The other Max kind of scoffs and she goes, "Well,
What
if
do you
it's
have to say?
let Jack go. You don't have everything. You already have Serio."
What? Where is this even coming from? Why do you I have spent my entire life never getting anything I want. And now, Kayla, shut up. I have had it rough, okay? And we get split. And I start getting things that I want. And you're me. Wouldn't you be happy for yourself in a way?
As you guys are talking, both of you, like, your tattoo with the lightning strike starts to flare up again. And Jack goes, all right. I just want to know if this is something you want, since she has made a bargain on your behalf.
I am confused, Jack. I don't know what I want.
Very
I
well.
mean, you'll have to make a choice eventually. No.
Do you answer this? Do
Mhm.
you harbor any feelings for me at all?
I do. Because you were the best part of my day when I worked at Megamart. You'd come in all the time and we'd just chat. And compared to everything else in my life, you were good. And then when I came here, you weren't here. And I point behind my back, but he was. But I don't know what he wants. I don't know what he wants.
He smiles at you for a second. And he goes, I'm not against having others in a relationship with you.
I am not against it either, but I don't know what. I turn around and I look at Serio. What do you want? When we talked about it with the book, I was hoping to get some answers, but you talked about Kelsey.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you feel for me. So if you being upset is because of me, that's fine. But then again, I don't think you can be upset with me because I don't know what you want.
I mean, I don't really know what I want either. But in the end, I'm here, aren't I? I'm not looking for Kelsey. And I don't really know the entirety of it. All I know is that ever since I took that picture of you and Orion, all I ever wanted to do was follow you. And so here I am.
Say you do want me. And not Kelsey. What do you feel about all this?
I just don't think you can have everything.
I don't want everything.
You just said you did. You said you wanted both of us. Your words, not mine.
But that's not wanting everything.
And I just don't know how it's gonna work. I want to go home. And sadly, because of the time difference, it's not possible. What are you gonna do when you're here for 10 years, 20 years, and you grow old, and I'm out there waiting for 10 minutes? And you're different, you're older. What am I gonna do? Like, you can't, like, have you thought about that?
Jack, you come and glow as you please, do you not?
Of course.
But he doesn't age. You do.
I will say I'm not willing to spend my entire time in the mortar realm, if that makes sense. I have a dukedom to run.
I don't
So
know.
I think he is presenting a fine case.
I just don't think you can go back and forth and make that work as much as you wanted to.
You can also see that the other Max in this moment is kind of smiling at this moment.
What? Max, you obviously want to say something or you think something is funny. So what?
Oh, nothing.
No, what?
I just love to see you try to have it all. That's all.
You are doing the same thing.
For different reasons, but yes.
What are the reasons? What could you
None
possibly want so bad here?
of your business.
I believe it is my business because you are me. You forget that. You came from me. You are not your own person.
I've been my own
So
person ever since we've been separated.
every bargain and every deal you make go to me. So you getting everything you want transfers to me. So in a way, I'm getting everything you want as well. And doesn't that make you mad?
She kind of scoffs for a second before she's back in a sour mood, and she crosses her arms. Jack kind of like sighs, kind of frustrated, and he goes, "How about we take a break? How about
A break? Why are we taking a break? We've been having this You guys were trying to have this conversation yesterday. Took a break. Now this morning.
Max?
I'm sure.
You need to make a decision. It's not fair to all of us. How about you make a decision by dinner time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Looks like I don't have much of a choice, does it?
As you guys, as Jack gets up and starts to leave the room, Clown Max also seems to follow him out before smiling at you very sweetly before leaving with him as well. It's just the two of you, Serio and Max, in this room, if you would like to talk before I rotate.
She's gonna like lean over in the chair and like put her head in her hands and just like breathe.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Don't know.
That was definitely not how I imagined you telling Robin.
No, it's not how I imagined either, but you know, she is a part of me. And I'm kind of glad I don't have that part of me anymore because she is insufferable. Every part of her.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of a bitch.
I can still be a bitch. I know I can be annoying, I can be insufferable sometimes, but God, every time I talk to her, it's constant. And you'd think for her being me, us being the same, she'd care a little bit fucking more about herself, me, about how her family thinks of her because Robin is her family technically.
I mean, no one really. You remember how Isfred didn't take Saphria?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, I don't know if it would have been different if given a chance, but she's, I don't know, she's just not, she doesn't feel like that. She doesn't feel like Robin as her sister. And honestly, Robin, we don't feel like she's a part of us. She made it clear the second she took Orion.
I gotta talk to my sister. Since it's not fair of me to ask you this, but I'm going to. If 100% of you if 100% of you doesn't, I want 100% of you to know that you want me. I have to make this decision by dinner time. If you do not feel 100% of you wants me, will you let me know?
I will.
Okay.
For what it's worth, I will respect any decision you make.
You're
And
mad though.
those two things can coexist.
Why are you mad?
I don't know, I wish we had talked about it. And I know I didn't try to, but I wish we had had a conversation. I know I can't compete with someone you've known for a couple months.
But you can. You're doing it right now.
Am I making that decision that hard?
Yes.
In these last couple weeks, I've felt more than I did working at Megamart. I felt more alive, felt more courageous. I almost died several times. It's probably the adrenaline.
A mix of stupidity.
Yeah. And I feel like I've proven that I would throw myself in the line of fire for you.
But you still don't know what you want. Serio.
I feel like making that clear wouldn't be hard. If that makes any sense.
She's gonna get up and start walking to the door, and she'll turn around. Just let me know, okay? I'm gonna find my sister, and I still have to talk to Hannah, so.
Will do.
Please.
And I kind of do like this, and you can see the tattoo.
That being said, we're gonna go to Robin. Robin, you kind of find yourself out in the garden. This one's quite different from the Moon region, where they have. In the Moon region, it seemed like the flowers were white. They had mixes of purple. It felt very anti-gravity. But here, it feels almost like you're kind of being pulled down. They have deep red roses. Um, there's some black thorns, but it's still like eerily beautiful. As it's kind of a bit wet outside right now, as it's been raining all day. That being said, Robin, I'm assuming Isaac also went with you, or do you want to be by yourself?
I don't know if he followed me or not. That's
I think maybe he gave you some space. Honestly,
Okay.
I think he's letting you. So, Robin, what would you like to do in this moment as you are in the garden?
Is there like an alcove or anything like for me to sit on instead of like the wet grass?
Yeah, we'll say there's what do you call it? What do you call this round thing?
The gazebo?
A
The
gazebo. We'll
pavilion?
say there's a little gazebo and it's got a seating area if you would like to sit there. With some vines wrapped around it.
Yeah.
And there's probably we'll say there's some bushes that are carved into looking like people. You can see that there's a little fountain nearby, a little bird bath, with all different sorts of flowers by there as well. There's like kind of a path that kind of leads around this garden, but also back to the mansion as well. You can see there is a little blackbird, a little kenku, who is cutting away at the flowers.
um, yeah, I'll just sit under the gazebo, um, and just kind of try to process everything.
Um, as you were sitting there, you're going to hear this deep, womanly voice. She seems older. Um, she goes, "Having trouble, my dear." Um, and as you turn out to like look behind you, you start to see this tall woman. She has silver hair that goes all the way down her back. She's like a drow elf. Um, she has like these puffy sleeves, but her dress is very form fitting. It's almost like she's in her nightgown almost. She's going for a little walk. I take back the puffy sleeves. We're gonna say she's like in a nightgown kind of thing. Uh, it seems that she's holding like what seems to be a flower crown in her hand as she walks around and she sits next to you. And she puts the flower crown down for a second. And it seems like she's kind of picking at it. And she goes, "Is there something troubling you, my dear?"
Uh, yeah. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things troubling me. Quite a bit. I mean, there's some more than others, but yeah, there's a lot of things.
Would you like to talk about it? Or would you like me to tell you a story to distract you?
I really don't want to trauma dump on a stranger. Um, so
You're
yeah,
not
a
from
story.
around here, are you?
No, is it that obvious?
A little.
I'm from the winter region. That's a lie. I don't know why I said that. I'm not from the winter region. Um, but yeah.
You can kind of feel, she has what seems to be purple eyes, and she kind of stares at you for a second. Um, and she goes, and you can feel like she's scanning your face, like she's scanning your hair. She's taking you in for a second. And she goes, "Where are you from? You seem familiar."
Um, somewhere very far away.
It's okay if you're from the mortal region. You see she picks a petal off of the flower crown. Um, she goes, "No, the night region used to have a lot of humans. We used to welcome them. Of course, we weren't the kindest to them, but we did welcome them."
What happened?
Hmm. She picks another petal off the crown, and she goes, "It seems our family had taken them for slaves. It's like the purpose of everything. If you don't have a purpose, if you're not used for labor, uh, you're used for sex. And if you're not used for sex, then you're useless." She picks another petal off. Before she turns to you and she goes, "So what's eating away?"
Oh, what's eating away at me? Where to start? Um, so there's not a story. There's not a story that you're gonna tell to distract me from my woes. Instead,
Is
I'm going into
okay,
therapy mode.
okay. Is that what you would like?
I think a story would probably be best. Yeah, yeah.
She puts the flower crown down for a second, and she hands it to you. She puts it in your hand for a second. As you are feeling this flower crown, you start to feel magic. It feels very light, very airy. And as she starts to speak, there once was two lovers. You start to feel the flower crown start to mold as flowers start to sprout and they're white. And she goes, "There once were two lovers. They loved each other very much, willing to sacrifice everything for each other. But as all lovers do, they all have their own obstacles. Some like to keep secrets, and these two were willing to die for each other. Uh, Albeit there is a happy ending. Um, little what they know is that they become two deities. We call them the star-crossed deities. Out of love and fate. You can kind of see them in the sky today. She kind of points to the sky and she goes, "Will you make a perception check for me?"
Yes. Oh, please don't fuck this up. I have a
What is that?
hold on, give me.
Is that one? Oh. Okay.
But a
As
+6.
that's fine. That's fine.
It's a 7.
I'm gonna say, as she tries to point in the sky, you hear kind of out of the bushes. As you as the moment it's so bright out, and then you turn and you see that the kenku bird that was there, there's tentacles forming out of the bushes and wrapping itself around this kenku bird. This kenku bird is fighting for its life right now. He's stabbing it with the garden shears before the tentacles wrap back into the bush. And he goes, and he starts shaving again at the bush as you hear a growl coming from the bush. And she goes, "It's quite normal. It's okay.
It's normal?
Yeah, that's spunk. But anyways,
The tentacles are spunk, or is the bird spunk?
the bird is spunk. Poor thing.
Interesting.
Great grandfather was once murdered here. But like I was saying, two lovers. They're called Lady Alisaria. You could call upon them, if you ever need help for love, for other things.
Well, so the thing is so I have one person I can kind of talk to in my head, and then one lady kept on coming into my dreams, and I don't know, is there a limit on how many you can talk to? Because I feel like that kind of goes into hey, maybe that's too many voices.
Limit. I mean, I suppose there's a limit to how much your mental can take. I mean, how many voices can you take in your head before you go insane?
Well, usually mine is all I need to kind of, go into a spiral. So.
She kind of shrugs and she goes, "I guess you'll find out with due time." I mean, they do say that some have become so unstable over the years. They start to grow flowers. They say once you become unstable, you'll start to bleed out and die.
Oh! Oh!
The two lovers, as I was saying, you start to feel the flower crowns start to wilt as the flowers turn dark and black. She goes, but like I was saying, the two lovers in the night sky, call upon them and they shall find you. But justice will also be served, as they believe in the balance of all things. If you shall need the help of a deity, all you have to do is stand here in the garden.
Oh. You never told me the other one's name.
Simvakri. Lady Simvakri and Lady Alisar. She picks a petal from the flower crown. She goes, two lovers. One dedicated to the other for the longest time, always chasing, till she finally received. And then the other, always protecting her heart, trying to protect the other. But what's worrying you, my friend? Would you like some advice?
I don't know if it's limited to love advice, because I think we're kind of at a good level there now. Um, it's more. I don't. I feel like I may have failed on taking care of my sister. That I might have, with trying so hard to be there for her, I may have unknowingly made her not want to come to me in times where she really needed me.
Then I suppose all you can do is pray for forgiveness and do better.
I just don't know how. I mean, I thought like just, you know, going to all the parent teacher conferences and being there when she's sick and kind of basically taking over for our mom was the way to help her the most.
Seems as though everyone in this family has shitty moms.
You too?
Runs in the family.
Gotcha. Wait, what?
So, have you spoken to your sister?
Uh, I mean, she's kind of pissed off this morning. Kind of said some really rude things. Um, but she's dealing with potential marriage and all that stuff. So she's dealing with that. And then I found out something that she never told me, and that's
So you're
why
hurt.
I'm here. What?
You're hurt. She didn't tell you. Does it make you feel as though you're not trusted?
I mean, yeah, like I'm I feel like my whole purpose in life is to be there for them, my siblings.
Purpose, purpose, purpose. Is that your only purpose?
I don't know. It's the only one that I know how to do, or I don't know really if I know how to do it, but the only one I think like I feel like I know how to do.
What makes you happy, Robin?
What makes me happy? I really like painting. Um, my siblings make me happy. Isaac
Painting,
makes me happy.
love, family. These are all good things. Well, little one, she starts to get up. She goes, if you need anything, use the crown. She smiles before trying to walk away.
Well, wait, you never told me your name. Um,
She kind of has her hands clasped together and she goes, you can call me Lady Star. Goodbye,
thank
sister.
you.
And by the time you blink, she's gone. Um, Angus, where are you in this moment? You were having breakfast with Hoshi. um,
He would probably still be with Hoshi and Haru. I guess whatever.
Technically.
Oh,
Sorry. Kay, you might be more of a cousin. I'm sorry. That might be on me. Sister, cousin, we'll figure it out later.
Well, it would help if I knew who she was.
Let's make her
Like if I
cousin.
had her name. If I had her name.
She's Lady Star. That's what you
Is
get.
she Lady Star?
Lady Star. Okay. Hoshi. Sorry, Angus. Sorry to interrupt.
no, you're good. You're good. I love this drama. Um, I think I would still be with Hoshi and Haru, kind of just I guess discussing what would have like just happened.
Hoshi kind of goes, I suppose the book is kind of useless now. What a shame.
We could leave
I-
it in their room to see what else we got.
Why don't you check the book for other things? Hoshi starts to get up and he goes, I will be going to the club later if you would like to join.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Serio, are you still in this other room, by the way?
Yeah, I guess I'm just standing here. I guess I'm starting to walk out to where everyone is.
Okay, so you kind of come back into the breakfast area where Angus, Haru, and Hoshi. When Hoshi goes, oh, Serio,
Yes.
would you like to come to the club with us?
Yeah, we're going to
Sure.
the Viper Club.
It might be
Viper
good.
Club.
Yeah, it's not as dangerous as the name sounds. It's more for fun. Have a good time, shall we?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'll
I'm
get you a
down.
drink myself too while we're at it.
Honestly, I would like that.
Awesome. Spectacular. Angus, it is your turn. Hoshi turns to you and goes, what would you like to do?
That's a weird question. I guess I would kind of just go looking around the castle just to see if there's anything to do. But also
Oh wait,
like
I do
as
have
he's
some.
walking.
Well, never mind. Sorry. Continue.
But I guess as he's like walking, he'll kind of be looking through the book to see what else is in there.
The Nightmare Book? The Book of Nightmares?
Yes.
You start to see page after page.
Wait,
are
do I notice the
scribbles.
book?
Yeah, you do.
How did you get that?
Yeah.
Well, it was a gift from Hoshi.
Can I have that back? It's actually. I don't even know how you got that.
Well, you can definitely have it back whenever I'm finished reading. I mean,
So is that? So that's why you guys were laughing at the table.
listen, you love who you want to love. There's no place of judgment, but me and him do love the drama, okay?
That's fair. I guess everyone already knows what was written on there anyway. I don't think it matters all that much.
I'll keep whatever little secrets I find for you.
Yeah, thank you. Sure.
As you already know, I'm good at hiding those. Or hiding.
Yeah. Yeah. I just let them do their thing.
Angus, you're walking back. As you look through the Book of Nightmares, you're gonna notice there's some intense scribbles in here. Some are countless nightmares of other people who've lived here, before through the region. You notice it going from the night region to, and it dates back almost like 1,000 years, like before even the war started. You can even see, nightmares of Baylor. We'll say there's nightmares.
Oh.
Did I die? Why did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
you
no.
but
said
you're back now.
nightmares of Baylor.
There was
and then cut
Baylor.
out.
I think there was Santana, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's
Lion.
everyone had a nightmare
That's the Book
there.
of Dreams.
Oh.
This is the Book of Nightmares.
This is a different book. We have two books.
Oh, never mind. I can't.
Would you make an Arcana check on this, Kip?
Well, of course. I got an 8.
There's something malicious about this book, but it seems interesting. So,
Oh. Yeah.
See, even when you're holding this book, there's something that kind of draws you to it. Like, you can't stop reading. Like, you kind of want to hold on to this book. Almost like you don't want to give it back. Um, is there anything else you would like to do?
Um, I guess I'll go to the garden just to, explore. Since I haven't been here in a while, see if anything's changed.
Uh, you can go into. Well, I just don't know. Hold on, let me press this. So you've entered the garden. That being said, you notice again,
That
very
is
different.
free.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'll let him go after Ingus. Or yeah, we'll let him go after Ingus then. You entered the garden. Will you please make a perception check for me?
13.
With a 13, you're going to notice Robin by the gazebo. You're gonna notice Kenku the bird. The little Kenku. And that's about it.
I'll walk over to Robin and see how she's doing, I guess.
Robin, you have a flower crown in your hand.
Yeah.
We'll add that to your inventory and we'll talk about it later. But that being said, Angus is walking up to you. Very strange. If you guys would like to talk about anything.
Hey.
Hello? Are you feeling okay? I mean, after what just happened?
There's a lot. I got a flower crown.
Oh, from who?
A lady star?
Oh, the deities, yes?
What?
Do you want to roll history on that, Angus?
Oh, yeah, sure.
What do you mean? what do you mean?
I got a natural 22.
What do you mean?
Natural 22. You're gonna find out that Lady Star is actually a descendant of those two deities.
They had children?
Okay, you don't have to have a children to be a descendant. Descendants can be of other things. Okay.
We're
I'm
fake.
just saying she wasn't born out of lovemaking, okay? That being said.
Oh, so you spoke to one of the descendants of the two deities.
I I did?
Also, to know
Oh.
that like Lady Simvakri and Lady Alisaria have other family members, right? So like she's part of that family tree, if that helps.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. It was interesting. She said some things that very much confused me. Then
I mean,
asked
it is,
me a bunch of cryptic questions and left.
that kind of sounds like her. But I mean, it's mostly just old Fey deities that have been here for longer than I have.
And then she gave me this flower crown.
Very beautiful.
And yeah.
Did she say anything about you? I mean, like,
I think I know what's happening to Donovan.
oh,
Because she told me that I could, if I needed help, I can call out to the deities. And then I asked if there was a limit on how many voices you can have in your head, because like I can kind of talk to Mission, and then the queen kept on appearing in my dreams, and I just was like,
well, Well,
Yeah.
there's not a limit to how many voices can be in your head. It's just more so, are you able to stay sane, kind of?
And that's what she said. And then she said sometimes that leads to throwing up flowers. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I've heard of
so,
that.
yeah, I think that's what's going on with Donovan. I'm not sure if there's a way to get. Can we take voices out of his head?
Well, from what he's told me, he's a descendant of fuck, what was his name?
Lucian and Robbie.
Lucian, yeah, he's a descendant of Lucian and uh, what was the other name?
Robbie.
I'm blank.
Robbie.
Robbie. I am sorry. I am blanking out.
Strangling you. Robbie caused us so much turmoil for you to not remember his name.
Um,
Yeah, he's a descendant of Lucian and Ravi, old members of the Dawn Court. Um,
okay.
Probably about 3,000 or so years ago.
Okay. You said that. She kept on making comments about how it runs in the family, and then she called me cousin. Um, and I'm very, very confused on, is that just like face speak, like, oh, if you like hanging out with a person, you call them cousin, like in the
Well,
bear.
I don't know most of the human customs, but I'm pretty sure cousin means family.
Oh,
I haven't read up on all of that stuff. I just know brothers and sisters and
because
cousins. I mean, yeah.
because I know I don't have a great relationship with both parents, but they haven't mentioned, the Fey world or
Well,
family
I mean,
members that don't live on this plane.
well, of course they wouldn't. I mean, Fae travel to the mortal world all the time. But I mean, assuming that all of the portals are closed now, you can't really do that anymore. But it is a common thing to uh you might have ran into even more Fae uh than you realize. Like for example, Jack. I mean,
Yeah,
apparently he was a Fae. And I
yeah,
mean, I didn't know, but
yeah. So I'm just kind of confused on why the familial like speak, like the terms. Um, that's kind of throwing me through a loop, and then still trying to wrap my head around everything with Max, and then um,
I guess
it,
you and her might be descendants of the deities. I mean, you never know.
let's put a pin in that. Um,
Could be an interesting thing to
let,
discuss with
let's
Max. I mean,
let's
you might even want to talk to
mm,
Miss Young.
let's help. Let's put a pin in that, because that seems
As
like more
you're
energy
talking
than I
to
have.
Angus, you start to feel a snap in you. It seems like you have a sharp headache, a sting. And it almost feels as though you've lost something, Robin.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Are you okay?
Big headache. Big headache. Probably stress headache. Stress headache.
Maybe,
Having,
but being a descendant of them would make you high royalty. I mean,
that feels like it would just add to the headache. So again, let's put a pin in that. Yeah,
whatever
let's
you
put a
say.
pin in that.
Your Grace.
I'm gonna ask you to shut the fuck up.
Agnes is gonna laugh at that.
How is everyone else doing?
From what I could tell, Sergio is doing as well as they can be, I guess.
Yeah.
Hoshi and Haru are laughing at the drama, which it is absolutely hilarious, but
Oh, so glad you think so. So glad you
is,
find
thank you.
enjoyment in that. I'm just so glad.
Yes, and I appreciate that you're taking it very well.
Oh, I'm taking it so well. I'm taking it so well. Do we know how Mo's doing? Has
I
anybody
actually have not
checked on
seen
him?
him at all today. He wasn't at the
Gosh,
dinner.
we might need to like check on him or something.
Yeah,
And
I did hear that he was doing something else, but
yeah.
As the two of you are speaking, Matt, are you free to play right now?
You unmuted, but we don't hear anything.
Give it a
Go off,
Speak to
King gave us
us.
nothing.
Speak to us.
Speak to us, King. Oh,
When you ask the DDs for advice, this is what you get.
This is Senbakri trying to talk to her dad.
yeah. Welcome back, Pookie.
Well,
We're channeling. Okay.
oh, okay.
Hi. Okay, we can
Mo,
hear you now.
would you like to play, Mo?
Yeah, I can play, but I also thought y'all were gonna take a break.
You're totally okay.
I mean,
We
should
can
And then
take
I
a-
would just come in after the break.
You're
Do we
totally
want to do
fine.
that now?
I mean,
We
we
can
can do that. Yeah, let's take like
10?
a 5 out of
Let's take
10.
a 10.
Yeah,
Let's take a 10.
10.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that was my working impression.
Yeah,
I
no.
was
Gotcha.
gonna do that too, but I wanted to get to Cam. But
Oh, I mean, you can get to me, and then we can take a break.
no. Let's go ahead and take a 10.
Take a break.
Okay.
All right. I'm
Okay.
gonna stop
Perfect.
recording
Alright.
this one.